This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can pre-order Kaldheim there right now if you click on my referral link in the description below. Alright, before we jump into another Kaldheim draft, I want to remind everyone that my content is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store on YouTube by clicking on the link in the description below, and you can visit on Twitch by clicking on the logo below. You can get Kaldheim there and pretty much everything else you want, so check them out. Okay. Alright, so I think this pack, it kind of lacks a really first pickable card for me. Arnie Broken Brow and Letiara Glade Warden, I think, are the cards we're looking at the most. This is a nice late game mana sink that has every creature type. This is just a nice aggressive creature who, you know, most of the time it's a 3-mana 3/3 with haste. Sometimes it makes itself larger. So, yeah, that's what we're really looking at, are Glade Warden and Broken Brow. Broken Brow, I mean, Glade Warden definitely has a higher ceiling. It is slow, and in the early game it doesn't do that much, but in the late game, it's pretty real. Which do I like more? I don't love either for a first pick anyway. Obviously, you play them both basically every time. So at least there's that. Let's go with the Glade Warden. Whatever its name is. Let's go with it. Okay, so Bergstrider I like. You do need snow mana to set it up, but if you do, that's nice. I mostly stopped doing it just because I turned it off one time, and I just never turned it back on. I turned it off when we switched to like a Masters format or something, but yeah. So, yeah, Frost Auger's not a bad snow payoff. Mistwalker's fine. There's another Changeling. Yeah, there's a lot of okay stuff in this pack, again, but nothing great. I guess Frost Auger's maybe the best. You do need a lot of snow to set it up, but I think that's where I'll go here. Mistwalker's not bad either, but... Ooh, that's interesting to have a third pick Sigrid. This is a much stronger pack than we've seen so far. I think Sigrid, Vengeful Reaper, and Svella are all things you can first pick without feeling too sad about it. We're going to take Sigrid. It's often a 2-for-1, sometimes a 3-for-1. So we're going to grab Sigrid here. Unfortunately, Sigrid is not especially splashable, but yeah. I guess at this point, maybe I will add my record back. Yeah, we need to have a good weekend if we're gonna get to Mythic. What's happening? Not that I'm complaining, but Alrund's Epiphany is here, which is also another very first pickable card. We're definitely taking it. Time Walks are good, especially ones that add to your board. So we're taking the Epiphany here. So right now, I mean, we have one really good white card and one really good blue card. So those are kind of the colors we hope we end up in. We'll see if it happens, but, you know. As long as the picks are taking, I wonder if this person disconnected, and that's why we're seeing crazy things like Sigrid. But everybody would have had to disconnect for both of those to get to us, I feel like. Yeah, I don't know what people took out of those packs. I have no idea. I think maybe you take Poison the Cup over Alrund's Epiphany, but I think you take the Epiphany over basically every other uncommon in the set. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so the 3 Seasons tries to set up snow stuff, which isn't bad at all. I'm not sure we're green-blue, though. Like I said, we kind of want to try to be blue-white because Sigrid and Alrund's Epiphany are so strong. If they're not open, they're not open, but... yeah. So... yeah. Squash is pretty good. It's probably the best card in the pack. Yeah. We'll take the warrior here, I think. Okay, it's probably Augury Aven. I like it a little more than the Braggart. You know, just a very efficient creature. I like that. We wouldn't mind picking up some snow-covered stuff for Augur, but, you know, we'll see what happens there. So we'll take Augury Aven. Okay. So this is pretty good if we end up in green-blue. This isn't impossible to set up for our deck. And you do need... The main thing is you need doubles of instants and sorceries, though. And we're definitely not guaranteed to get there. Yeah, I mean, this pack is pretty medium. Troll's not bad. Woodland Chasm. Mists of Lityara. They're all fine. It's like, the Mirror Lake is really good. I just am not sure we're playing it. But I'm not sure about most of those cards, so we'll just go with the Mirror Lake. Okay, so let's grab Icehide Troll here. Well, do we want to? Do we just want to grab a Goldmaw champion? Yeah, he's fine. Okay, so probably take with Story Seeker here. It's a nice 2-drop. We could use some 2s. Okay, so I think I like Mistwalker a little more than Pilfering Hawk, especially given our snow situation right now. Yeah, that's what we'll take here. Yeah, we'll take a Kinseekers. We do kind of need to end up with some creature, you know, critical masses of various creature types, but... Okay, so... Guess we're going to grab a Lindworm in case we still end up in green. That's what our Mirror Lake is here for, too. Yeah, so right now we only have, what, 0 snow permanents? Yeah. Let's put the Augur over here for now. Blue-white seem reasonably open to me. We saw some late solid commons in white. Same for blue, so yeah. Yeah, so we've got some warrior overlap already, and then we have a shapeshifter, which will work with everybody, and another one too. Okay, I don't hate getting a late Brine Barrow intruder. We'll grab the Gladewalker here. Right now I'm putting those green cards over here, but we have very reasonable green cards. Here's another one. Should something happen that makes us feel like we need to switch to green, we can do it. So I don't love this card. We have a decent amount of Foretell, I guess, so I don't hate it either. Raven form, it might be something we need a little more. It's not a great removal spell, but it is a removal spell. You know, yeah. We'll probably take the Raven form. Giant's Amulet's pretty good too, but yeah, I feel like we need the removal here. Yeah, Ring for the Snow is okay, but I don't see a reason to be fixing right now, or really to have that much snow stuff. Okay. Packmate's a really good green card, but luckily there's 2 pretty good blue cards here between Giant's Amulet and Behold the Multiverse. I think we'd rather have the Amulet at this point. We would love to pick up one Behold the Multiverse, but this is a pretty strong card. We also have the Snow Dual Land here, but this pack has 2 cards in it that I think I would always take over a Snow Dual. Well, maybe not always, but frequently take over a Snow Dual. Okay, well, here's a reason to fix. Furia's Retribution is quite strong. There is another Behold the Multiverse here, but I think we grab the Retribution and try to splash black. Right now we're not great at it, but we can find ways to do it. So here's another Nico Defies Destiny, which is pretty good. All right, so here I think we'll grab... You know, Nico is good. It's kind of slow and awkward, but it's good-ish. But I think Behold the Multiverse is better. It is tempting to take another one of these, but right now we don't have much of a reason to do it. So I'm just going to take the good draw spell there. Well, if we're going to splash black, we now have something else that will let us splash black. Struggle for Skemfar is quite good. Not let us, but help us splash black. So I think I'm going to take it. See where we go. Yeah, the only snow payoff we have is the Augur. I mean, if we switch to green, I guess we have the Troll too, but... yeah. So, white does not seem super open. We kind of wish it were, but right now it's not. Okay, so maybe we do want Replicating Ring now for the fixing and being a snow permanent. I think we probably do. If we're going to be splashing these, it'll be pretty good at helping us do that. These are certainly both powerful enough to splash, too. Yeah, green I think is our fallback color if white really abandons us. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Another Mirror Lake. Snowland. Okay-ish cards. Some more okay-ish cards. I guess I like God's Hall Guardian maybe a little better than Draugr Thought Thief. Thank you for the resub, One Tide Man. Yeah, let's go with the cat. Here, I think I'm going to grab the dual land, which could help us splash something that isn't those cards. Okay. Well, Pilfering Hawk came back. I think we take it over Alpine Meadow. We could use some cheap creatures. This format is less reliant on them than most, since most people are foretelling on turn 2, but, you know. Okay, here we're going to grab the Snowland, Glacial Floodplains. Mists of Littjara is, like, kind of removal, but I think you want to take snow dual lands over them. For sure. So we already have one Behold the Multiverse. Let's grab another Kinseekers here. This draft is starting to feel a little bit like our last one, which isn't a great place to be. We'll grab the Mists here. We do have individually way more powerful cards in this deck, so that helps. But yeah. So, one Replicating Ring, probably not quite going to be enough. We'll grab a Snow Plains here. Probably not quite going to be enough to splash either of them, but yeah. We'll need a little more help. Kolvori's quite good-ish. Well, actually, it's one of the harder ones to build around now that I think about it, but she's cool. Not what we're taking, obviously. I think we probably just take Bound in Gold. It's a great removal spell. One of the better commons in the set. Valkyrie's Sword is pretty good too, but yeah, we'll take Bound in Gold here. Rune Forged Champion. We don't have any runes yet. So probably just another Bound in Gold, I think. Yeah, great removal. Already said that. We'll take it here. Yeah. I think we're hoping we don't play Undersea Invader. Thank you for the sub, AC3 dude. My voice is cracking a lot today. We keep seeing duels, but not the ones we really want. I think we go with another Raven here. Yeah. Okay, I do love me some Bergstrider. I think we probably take it right this second. We're okay at paying snow mana for him, but I'm hopeful we'll get a little better at it. You know, Kai's Onslaught is pretty good, but oh, you're right, it is the fixing. Good call. Good call. Yeah, never mind. I want to take Bergstrider because I like it, but I think taking Fixing is important to play these two cards. Man, we've seen a lot of Litiara Mirror Lakes, which is a little bit frustrating. But, you know. We'll grab another Snow-Covered Plains here. Champion's okay, but we're getting more and more reasons to have Snow Mana around. Are we, though? We actually don't have that many reasons other than our Pilfering Hawk, so I think I'll just take another... Oh, there's an Augury Raven, too. God, I'm tunnel visioning here. We definitely take another Augury Raven. It's better than all those cards. So all that talking I just did was irrelevant. Here's a Snow-Covered Swamp. It's not really fixing, but, you know, kind of. We'll take another Mistwalker here. Yet another Snow-Covered Swamp. Do I want to take it over a bunch of cards I'm probably not going to play? I guess so. Yeah, the Augur might be worth it at some point. I don't quite think we're there, but yeah. I guess the Oracle's fine. Yeah. We're going to be foretelling a lot. Kind of makes me wish I'd picked up one of those Nico... What's-it-who's-it's. In the end, I think we ended up with enough foretell for it to be pretty good. So do we want a Plains or another champion? Probably just a Plains here. We've seen so many of dual lands, but never the ones in our color. Not dual lands, but you know what I mean. Code Spell Cleric. I feel like the right move in this draft was probably abandoning white. I kind of feel like I can only splash one of these. If that's true, I think it's probably Retribution. We do have some changelings that make it a little better. Because you got one Ice Tunnel and our Replicating Ring. Yeah, I think maybe we got there enough for Frost Augur. We'll see. Okay. Well, how many snow things did we end up with? Does it show us? No. I have to count myself? Okay, so not counting Frost Augur, we ended up with one... two... Yeah, not enough. So no Frost Augur. We have, you know, we do have 4 Snowlands, but... So, I think we can splash the Retribution reasonably well in this deck. So I probably do. I don't think Thought Thief has any special synergies here, so I don't think we want it. And that might be true of God's Hall Guardian. I mean, it has Foretell, but we don't really have, you know, the great Foretell payoffs. So, Changelings do not count as snow because they only have creature types. Snow is a super type. All right. So, well, you want us to run 2 swamps, huh? I don't think that's happening. Thanks for the suggestion, though. Yeah, so I think we had an island and a plains here. Maybe just 2 plains, because... Yeah. I think we go with 2 plains. That gives us 9 white sources and 8 blue ones. The reason I did that is because we don't have any double blue until late, and we have some double white that we'd like to be able to play early, so... It is a little annoying. Like, the question I kind of have in my head right now is it worth playing Replicating Ring just to play the Retribution because it's a pretty mediocre card in our deck overall. And I guess we can get away with it. It does help us play like our Epiphany faster and silly things like that, but that is a question. Is it worth playing Replicating Ring just for one card? Even a card that powerful. Yeah, this is fine. So I don't really think it was worth putting the Snow-Covered Swamp in. It wouldn't be great for our mana, and we're not so desperate for snow sources or black sources that we need to do it, I don't think. Something has been foretold. Well, Mistwalker lines up pretty well across from that card. So if we can go Mistwalker, Mistwalker, Kinseekers, the Kinseeker's ability will trigger, which is nice. Looks like we're going to have the time to do it. Maybe. Well, there's our Epiphany, which will come in handy later, I'm sure. Yeah, so we're going to attack here with our Mistwalker. Then play another one. So if both Mistwalkers are still alive by our turn, we definitely play Kinseekers. Ah. Hexproof. Okay. Well. So, yeah, we're going to attack with both of these. And play Kinseekers. I kind of want to land more than I want you, buddy. It is pretty nice music, I'm with you. I don't pay much attention to it either. It's sort of just ambient sound to me, but... So, because we can play this for 6 off of Foretell, we're not actually that far from it. Yeah, that's not cool. Okay, so... The annoying thing about the amulet is how good it is to move, but... how easy it is to move, that is. I think we probably put Bounding Gold here. And then, yeah, Foretell this. Because if we draw a land next turn, we can actually play it. Common flyers in red. Not any I can think of off the top of my head in this format. So, you know, they can move Giant's Amulet to something else, but whatever they move it to isn't as scary as this thing was. Yeah, those are not good news for us. So I can play this and bind one of them in gold. It's kind of where I'm leaning. Then I can play Alrund's Epiphany next turn. I think there's probably an animation we'll get to see. I don't feel like flying being a key thing in a blue-white limited deck is much of a secret weapon, just because they always have the most of it. Not feeling great about this game. Just because they have a significantly more commanding board state than we do. Even the Epiphany, as strong as it is... why did they... Oh, so that they can move their amulet. They put it on the amulet. Yeah, that makes sense. That's too bad. That they put it on the amulet, that is. Or the, yeah, amulet. Words. Okay. So the question now is, do I want to bother with Alrund's Epiphany, or do I keep it in my back pocket for later? I think we're going to hold on to it for now, since we can significantly add to the board without it. Well, that doesn't actually hurt me that much. I get my bound in gold back too, so... Almost all of our creatures were, giants, so... That actually works real well for us overall. Alright, so... Go ahead and bound this in gold. And then we're going to play our Augury Raven. Your turn. So, depending on how they add to the board here, we may be where we want to be for our Epiphany. Because they just... I mean, they have a lot of mana, but it's not easy for them to throw a bunch of stuff out there right now. Like, if I just attack with everything and then Epiphany in my second main phase, seems like that will be pretty good. There's a chance that it might just be better to, like, bound in gold and replicating ring or something, but, yeah. So, we just take 4 here. Let's hope they don't have a way to kill us. I mean, we know most of the cards in their hand, so I don't think they do, but... They do have that Rune of Flight in their hand again, which is pretty scary. That's another reason to Alrund's Epiphany ASAP, I think. Alright, so this is definitely Time Walk time. Yeah, I think we can just kill them with our Time Walk now. That makes it a little harder, but we can still do it. Yeah, so we're going to get there thanks to our Epiphany here. Alright, so... Oh, we don't actually quite get there, do we? I think... Yeah, because they're going to gain life. I still think we attack here. So this is taking them up to 11. Kind of assuming they're going to double block. If they don't double block... Yeah, I think we still get there. I don't think we want to pump the Mistwalkers that much. Okay. Alright, so now it's Epiphany time. I like that animation, of course. That was pretty fun. All those ravens flying around. Yeah, I mean, Flyers plus Epiphany is a pretty difficult thing to race. I agree, the flavor is pretty cool, Son of Ugin. So cool that I made a top 10 video about it. My 10 favorite, most flavorful cards. Not favorite, but just most flavorful cards in the set. Replicating Ring makes this kind of okay. I think we can get away with a keep here. My YouTube is Nitzahon Magic, Nelsongio. Nitzahon is, it's actually more correctly pronounced Nitzahon, but I don't ever pronounce it that way because I don't expect people to be able to pronounce it, so I just say Nitzahon. But it's the Hebrew word for victory. Is what I'm trying to say. Thank you for the follow, General Guide, and also Tal Doe Talo. So our mana situation's not looking great so far. As long as we get a third land of any kind, we're going to be in good shape. Ooh, that's not what you want to see. Especially if they're like a really good changeling deck. And they definitely could be. Okay. Who do we want to suspend here? I guess Augury Raven. Man, anytime I keep a 2-lander, things do not go my way. Should stop doing it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if we got our Ring in play, we'd also be able to play our Retribution pretty darn soon. Come on, any land in our deck. I'll even take a tapped land at this point. Even though that would be pretty annoying. Ooh. Well, well, well. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great hand to keep, but it wasn't a horrendous one on the draw. Like, any land would have done it, so... I don't think we made a mistake there, but I think we're in trouble. Yep. So we'll just take 8. Then they'll be able to kill my creature next turn and swing for a bunch. So I think that does it. Well, there's our third land. But it doesn't do us a whole lot of good. I could play a blocker. I guess that's probably what I should do. If we want to have any chance here. I don't think we have much of one, but... we don't really have the time to play our ring there. So they have snow-covered mana too, yeah. So they'll kill one of our creatures. And hit us for 6 or 10. I'll probably just take it. I mean, that's sadly going to give us the best chance. Oh, they can kill us if I take it. Yeah, alright. That was rough. That was rough. I mean, I know the hand I kept was not the best one, but I think it was a keep. I think I'd keep that hand every time, basically. Especially because any third land would have set up our Saga or various other things, thanks to our replicating ring, but such is life. Thank you for the follow, grazie. Alright, this is fine. A little bit slow, maybe, but fine. Hey, I have something to do on turn 2 now. How about that? Thank you for the follow, Luke J. Smith. I think I gave the ring a C, which I think is about right. Well, we can do Mistwalker, Kinseekers again at some point. Hi, Skofrek. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Interesting. So, I could block here. They could be just trying to boast. And it does mean I can't set up my Kinseekers as easily, but it won't be hard with, like, Mistwalker plus Intruder either. So, let's block. Make them use a card here. Or if they're just boasting, let them boast. You know. Yeah. Okay. So, I think we're going to play Goldmot Champion and then leave mana up for the Intruder. Yeah, it's not ideal. However, I can still use my Intruder pretty effectively here. I guess, now that they're on the table, it might just be better to block Horizon Seeker, because, you know, they've already done what this card does. It has slightly better stats, but this being able to boast could be a problem. So, I think we do that. And block there and take 3. Alright, so Kinseekers will work here. Replicating Ring. I don't think we really need it this game. We've already got black mana. So we can do it again next turn. I think I gave blue-green and blue-black the highest grades for those 2-color sack lands. Ugh. Yeah, Yeah, that's obnoxious. Yeah, we're just gonna take that. Okay, so I think we attack with our flyers here. I think we'll play another Kin Seekers here, and we can behold the multiverse at the end of their turn. I'm gonna bottom that island. Looks like we may be riding flyers to the win here. That's probably our plan. One nice thing about Goldmot Champion plus flyers is if they play their own flying or reach creature, I can find a way to tap it down without too much difficulty. Oh, yes, please. Well, I don't know that we really want the amulet. We definitely... Thank you for the follow. What, Shahar and AC3 dude? Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take it. It's a real card, so let's do it. Real cards are good, I guess. Alright, so attack with the flyers here. Then I think we suspend this. Suspend. I keep saying suspend. Foretell that. And then we're just going to cast an Augury Raven. The old-fashioned way. So, yeah, I mean, I think Alrund's Epiphany will be pretty backbreaking on our next turn. It depends what they do, but I'll be able to hit them for a ton of damage. Well, that complicates things a bit. Okay. Complicates it less. If they tapped down a flyer, I would have been less happy. Ooh, they didn't use Snow Mana to cast it, so it just tapped it. That's good news. You can't use Snow Mana to cast it, because it's a copy. So, okay. Well, that's annoying. I think I probably... 8... Wait, how much damage can I do with the help of my Epiphany next turn? So, if I go to 1 here, they're leaving back 2 blockers. I'll attack them with everything. They'll have to let 1 ground creature through, plus... So, let's say 1, 4, 5, 6 damage. 6 plus 8. Yeah, so we can't quite get there. So, yeah, the pumped Mistwalker will make a difference. That's true. I think I'm going to chump something with my Vine Barrow Intruder, though. And take 6. Yeah. Yeah, on our second turn, we can also Goldmaw Champion, which is no joke. Okay. And now... Oopsie. Yeah, so just these... So then let's Epiphany here. Oh my. Does that get us there now? because we can tap one and put Bound in Gold on the other, and that swings for 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that'll get us there. So we're going to bind the 5/5 in gold. And attack with everything. Use this ability. Tap down that. Nice. Now runs Epiphany for the win again. Yeah, we could have pumped too, I suppose. Just didn't really matter. I don't feel like they were in such a good position that they could have felt like they couldn't lose there. I mean, you know, they can't have... We probably couldn't have won that early. We wouldn't have won that early without the Epiphany, but we were in decent control of the game. Not control. We were at parity, mostly. I don't think they were on the verge of crushing us just yet. Right, I think we can keep this. It's a bit slow, but, you know, there's foretell stuff and whatnot. Yeah. So I can live with it. These have been pretty good in this deck. We have enough changelings that it's been pretty darn easy to trigger so far. Our deck is basically a Raven theme deck. We have most of the Raven cards other than Alrund in our deck, right? We have Raven Form, Alrund's Epiphany, and Augury Raven. Alright, so... This is looking like it'll be a situation where we can't trigger our Kinseekers, sadly. I could consider just foretelling this, and, you know, it depends what we draw. But a 2/4, it looks like it'll do reasonably well on this board. To me, anyway. Yeah, I'll probably just play the 2/4. Oh, or I'll just draw another Raven, in which case, I think that's what we do. And that'll also set up our Kinseekers for next turn. Yeah, there's, you know, with Foretell, that is what people do mostly on turn 2. The more aggressive decks have actual 2-drops, you know, but, yeah. So, I think we take 3 here. That's a pretty good draw. So I think we attack with both Ravens here and then play Giant's Amulet. Yeah, so we're going to play our Amulet here. I could have Counter Magic. The only good news about that is they have to use it now, and I'll still be able to do something in my second main phase, so... I don't have to dump all my mana into the Amulet, and then they can't, you know, yeah. Interesting. They don't have any snow mana right now, so this will be a good blocker on the Draugr. So yeah, probably play Kinseekers main phase 2 if they do decide they want to counter this. And they do. I activated their trap card. No, we're good. I don't think we want another planes at this point. Yeah, Son of Ugin, yeah, I used my real name on Nitsuhone history. Which, speaking of which, I haven't plugged it yet today, so, you know, I'm going to plug my other YouTube channel. If you like listening to me talk about Magic, you might like listening to me talk about history. I have a PhD in it, so I recently started, it's about a month old now, a history YouTube channel. It's already got like 4 or 5 videos up, so look for Nitsuhone History, check it out, and if you like it, subscribe. So, binding their 1 flyer in gold next turn could be pretty potent. Okay. They're going to kill one of our ravens, I guess. Works for me. What doesn't work for me is that eventually they get stuff back, but I think that's alright. Overall. I could Raven form it, but it doesn't seem worth it yet. Yeah. I think what we want to do is use Bounding Gold here. And then probably suspend Behold the Multiverse, because we'd rather have it. So we're going to end up discarding what we don't play here. So yeah, we're going to suspend Behold the Multiverse. This is going to make us discard our Raven form. So they can get back Grim Draugr. It'll have a counter and haste. Next turn, that is. So we should be prepared for that. I actually don't know what the flavor is on Bounding Gold. I don't really remember anything in Norse mythology involving that, but it is kind of a common trope. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use Behold the Multiverse now. Ooh, that Mists of Lit Yara is pretty good on this board. Okay, so we can actually play Replicating Ring first, and I think I'm going to, just for the mana. So something's going to come back here. I guess if it ends up being the Reaper, that would be annoying, but it's not the end of the world either, so... yeah. So yeah, we're gonna use Mists of Lit Yara here. Drops him to 5. So they probably reanimate the Reaper, I would think. Yeah. And that's what they do. Maybe I should have held off on that. Nah, I don't think so. Okay, Alrun's Epiphany. Where you at? Is it worth a double attack here, just giving up one of my creatures? Well, let's get a little more information first. And then we'll make a decision on that front. Or we won't. It's also possible we won't. Alright, so... I think I attack with both. Drops them to 2. We're going to hold on to this land for bluffing purposes. Yeah, I activated their trap card again. They've seen it coming twice. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not bad. I can take down the Titan with the Intruder's help. So we still have another Binding Gold in our deck. But I think that's the only thing that can just deal with the Reaper. Yeah, that's not fun. The question is whether it's worth playing the intruder here just to prevent the damage and add another body to the board. I think it is. It becomes increasingly difficult to find a window for the intruder. No snow-covered mana lands, whatever. Crap. Well, I'd say we're in trouble now. We're gonna need our epiphany. Okay. That is helpful. Ish, anyway. Wow. Oh, man. We've had to deal with 3 Saw It Comings. That's rough. So I think we're dead now. Not completely, depending on how they attack. Like, there's a couple outs. Outrun's Epiphany, of course, would be one. But that's not one, so... Man, we haven't seen Sigrid at all. Just realized that. We have seen Auron's Epiphany a lot, I guess, so. I mean, I think we can keep this. It could end up going a little sideways, but it's a reasonable keep. I mean, it does seem every time I keep a 2-lander, although there's probably significant confirmation bias there. It does seem like every time, though... Is it actually better to foretell this to help us find some things? I think it probably is. It'll be in our back pocket. Like, if we draw a 3rd mana here, then I think we would do it, but... No. Okay. So... let's behold the multiverse here. Bottom, bottom. We need lands, please. Alright. We did it. We do have Sigrid. Sigrid's nice. Zombie, huh? Yeah, so we're gonna play our Raven here. Our score is 2-2, Peter Duress. If that's what you mean. Nice. Yep. Well, I think we just leave our mana up and try to get them with either Sigrid or Miss of Lichiara. Mostly Sigrid, I think. Sigrid can flash in, block this, and exile the Pretender. Hopefully they don't have a way to interact. Well, now they probably don't. Yeah, which is good. We're going to get a pretty good Sigrid turn here. This has protection from changelings, it's worth noting, but I think we still go for the exile that and then block the Jarl. Not quite as good of a deal, but still a pretty good one, I'd say. So, guess we just play our Mistwalker here. I guess if I play the Kinseekers, nah. Yeah, I think we want to play Mistwalker. So they could have a way of getting this back, but the good news is it's smaller, so it doesn't hurt my feelings too much. So we don't have black mana right now. Seems like Mists is going to be reasonable in the near future. I'm actually going to discard the Warrior, I think. Oh, we do have black mana, actually. Alright, so they do get to do that. So, yeah, I think we go ahead and attack here. Then we're going to play Giant's Amulet. So, yeah. Not liking the looks of how this is currently going, but we're not completely screwed yet. Man, I'm leaning towards discarding the ring at this point. It is our only source of... I mean, it's not our only source of black in the whole deck, but we already have it. So if we draw our Saga, not being able to play it would be rough. So maybe I just lose Mists. Mists isn't terrible. I mean, it is... It's not... Discarding it isn't terrible. This is going to come with a counter and a scry right now. I mean, the Mist is at least kind of a real card, so, you know, but still. Yeah, we'll discard Mists. They discarded Cardoor, who undoubtedly will be coming back next turn. Yeah, that's not what you're looking for, generally speaking. Not looking good. Not looking good. Oh boy. So, they probably just don't attack here, because I have to attack them now. Well, they might now. Yeah, these first two drafts have been kind of rough today. I think this deck was significantly better, but seems like we're just running into things that are more powerful than what we can muster. So I have to attack with both of these, which is great. Great news. So we will. We can pump this once, so we might as well. Then we play Augury Raven. Wow. What? Why wouldn't it let me cast it normally? Oh, end of combat. That makes sense. So, this 5A, yeah, 13, 16. It's actually not lethal, but Cardoor can make a lot of things lethal, unfortunately. So, 5, 9, 13s. I think we're just going to take it and pray we draw Alrund's Epiphany. I think that's our only way out. Even that may not do it. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to take it. I'm sure we're dead, but... You know. They're going to make us discard our one card. So, Epiphany will get us really close. Let's just top deck it here. We had some good luck with Epiphany early, and then we just drew all our lands in the last couple games. I mean, we didn't need our Epiphany necessarily, but, well, we kind of did, actually. Given that we were at 1 life and they had Cardoor in play. Oof. So we went 0-3 and then 2-3 so far today.